Hello, everyone. I'm glad to be with you again online in our today's lesson, which is about arithmetic and geometric progression. And before we get started, let's make a quick recap on what you have studied before. The first question is, put the following signs in this example or in this question, and I ask you to compare between these two numbers, 15 and 20, to know which is greater. If you look at these two numbers, you note that it's each of them is a two-digit numbers. So when you compare, you look at the largest place, and then you decide which is larger. Right, 2 is greater than 1, so 20 is greater than 15. Well, the second question asks you to arrange the following numbers in an ascending order, which means you have to order them from the smallest to the largest. You look at this group of number and arrange them from the smaller to the greatest or the larger. Which is smallest one of these? Right, it's 0. And the next one is the larger, then 0, it's 1, well, and then the larger, 4, right? Who tells me? Yeah, it's 5, the larger, and then the larger is 6, and the largest one is what? Is 9. Well done. Okay? And now let's have a look, make a prelude before we get started our new lesson today. And I'd like you to look at these two groups of number. The first group represents the height of a tree within 5 years. And the second group represents the number of patients with COVID-19 within 5 days. And this one represents 2 represents the height of a tree in the first year. 5 represents the height of the tree in the second year, and so on. So the order here is important. We cannot replace a number by another one, because this is the height of the tree in the first day. 5 represents the height of the tree in the second year, and so on. Okay, and in this group, number 2 represents number of patients in the first day, 6 represents the number of patients in the second day, and so on. Look carefully at these two groups of number to answer the following question. If I ask you this question, could you predict the height of the tree in the 6th year and the number of patients in the 6th day? Could you? Please pay attention and study these two groups well and try to answer my question. Yeah, who knows the answer? Yeah, go ahead, please. Yeah, right. To predict or to conclude the number, the height of the tree in the 6th day, we will add, well, number 3 to the last number. Why? Because if you notice here, as you move from one number to the next, you add number 3, and so on. Well done. So you make the same sequence. You add this group of number happen to it. They have been added to number 3, and then we add number 3 to each number to get the next number or the succeeding number. So we make the same thing. We add 3 to the last number to get the new number, which is 17 meters in the 6th day. Well done. And in this group, study it well and try to predict the number of patients in the 6th day. Who knows? Yeah, go ahead, please. Well, we multiply. Why you don't add in this one? Because as we move from one number to the next, we notice that the previous numbers are multiplied by a fixed number, which is 3. Well done. So you will make the same thing to predict or to conclude the number of patients in the 6th day. Well, well, well. So this first group represents what is called the arithmetic progression. And the second group represents what is called geometric progression. So when you add, it's called arithmetic. And when you multiply, it's called geometric. So when you add a fixed number, the group is called arithmetic or geometric. Yeah, arithmetic. Well done. And when you multiply a fixed number, the group is called geometric. Well done. So what do we mean by the arithmetic or geometric progression? That's what we are going to study in our today's lesson. In our today's lesson, we are going to know the meaning of a sequence and the meaning of the arithmetic and geometric progression and how to differentiate between them. Let's get started with our new concept, which is a sequence. If you look at these two groups of numbers, okay, you can notice that they have a common pattern. As the first group increases by 3, well or not, right or not? Yeah, we add here 3 each time we move from one number to the next, right? And in the second group, we multiply each number by a fixed number. For example, here it's 3, okay? Can be 2 or 5 or whatever. So if you have this concept, so this group is called, it has a common pattern. As the first group increases by 3 when we move from one number to the next. And also the second group has a common pattern as each number is a multiple of the preceding one. So we call them sequences. Why? Because they have what? Right, they have a common pattern. So what is the meaning of a sequence? A sequence is a group of numbers called terms. These numbers from now on, where we will call them terms because the order here is important, with a common pattern. Okay, so a sequence is a group of numbers with what? Well done, with a common pattern. I'll ask you a question. Do you think that the two groups here are similar or not? We will know the answer in the next slide. We will deal with a new concept here. The second one is arithmetic sequence. And this is the first group which we have studied. If you look at this group, you notice that as we move from one number to the next, we do what? We add, pay attention, we add a fixed number, which here in this example equals 3. And this fixed number, we will call it a common difference. So here we add what is called a common difference. So this group is called the arithmetic progression. So in the arithmetic progression, we do what? Right, we add what? Common difference. Well done. So what do we mean by an arithmetic progression or sequence? They are the same. The arithmetic progression is a group of numbers with a common difference. Okay? So look at this example and tell me, is this arithmetic progression or not? You look at the first term and then we notice that it increases by 1. We add 1 here, and then we add 1 here, and so on. So if you add a fixed number, so it's an arithmetic progression. Well done. Let's move to the third concept here, which is geometric sequence or progression. If you look at the second group here, you will notice that as we move from one number to the next, we do what? We multiply each term by a fixed number. Okay, so in the geometric progression, you do what? Add or multiply? Well, you multiply by a constant number, which is called common ratio. Okay, so in the geometric progression, you add or multiply? Well, you multiply each term by a common ratio. Well done. So what is the meaning of the geometric progression? The geometric progression is a group of numbers with a common ratio. Well done. But the arithmetic progression is what? Yeah, it's a group of numbers with a common difference. Well done. Look at this group and tell me if it represents a geometric progression or not. You look at this number and you noted that it's multiplied by 5. And the next one also multiplied by 5. So if you multiply each term by a fixed number, so it is a geometric progression. Well done. Well done. And now let's go over what we have studied in our today's lesson. In our today's lesson, we tackled 3 concepts. The first one is a sequence, and we know that a sequence is a group of what? Of numbers called what? Well, called terms with what? With a common pattern. And the sequence is classified into 2 types. The first one is the arithmetic sequence, and the second one, the geometric sequence. So the sequence is a group of number with what? Yeah, with a common pattern. Well done. And it can classify into 2 types. Okay, they are what? Well, they are the arithmetic sequence and the geometric sequence. Well done. The arithmetic progression or sequence is a group of number with what? Yeah, with a common difference. But the geometric progression is a group of number with what? With a common ratio. Okay? Question. The arithmetic progression is a group of number with what? Yeah, who can answer? Well, with a common difference. And the geometric progression is a group of number with what? Yeah, with a common ratio. Okay, well done. And now you can copy these notes in your notebook to conclude what we have studied in our today's lesson. Okay, and now we move to the last part in our today's lesson, which is which are some questions to check your understanding. Answer the following questions. If you look at this group, is it considered as a sequence or not? The first term is 4, and then it increased by 4 to become 8, and then increased by 12 to 4 to be 12. Yeah. So we add, or it has a common pattern, so it's a sequence because it has a fixed number or a fixed pattern. Well done. Look at these sequences and determine which of them is an arithmetic progression and which of them is a geometric progression and why. Let's have a look on this first group. Who can notice, is it a sequence or not? Yeah, it's a sequence. So what type of sequences? Arithmetic or geometric? Remember, if you add a fixed number, it's it's an arithmetic. Okay, and if it has, if you multiply a fixed number by each term, it's a geometric progression. Well done. So who can answer this question? Is this group an arithmetic or geometric progression? Yeah, we add here, so it's arithmetic. Well done. But here, you add or multiply? It depends, we can add. So try the next one. 4 became 8, so we multiply it by 2. Okay, so this is a geometric progression. And that's all we have in our today's lesson. Thank you for your attention, and till we meet again in our next lesson, have a good time and good day, and goodbye.